Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped, reluctant days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Bernardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Come on, load up.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn.
Is that us or
Sorry, kid,
is that
Bernardo
Wita?
told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you.
What the fuck?
Damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
You read the files.
Which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right.
Okay.
"For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
That was easy.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
I was where to grab, aim, and release.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere. And neither are you.
Why is all
Try
these
and
people
stop
trying
me,
to steal my
laughed
shit?
the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid.
Lecture.
He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword? Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. Perfect.
So it's correct.
A hero sword. QED.
So, okay, we got a hero sword. And we're going back.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Q, said Reynardo. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. Damn it. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot.
First Juvie the game.
The more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid.
Not give me the
and
book.
took off.
You better give me the book.
No! Peter! But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
Oh, he killed him. He killed that kid. Can I kill him? Ooh, slice him in half.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's
Oh,
shoes.
the kid was killed.
Kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he
Started-
lied and
he
told
started
the
to grow
kid
on
he'd
me.
take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, He'd hated home life anyway.
How do I move this? Oh, I break it, I don't move it. So, if it's like a white light around the box, or probably any object, that probably means it's breakable. Health here. Oh, health is up there.
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur. And now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him.
New reader.
Where are you running, rebel? Cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life! It called. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Do I get to choose, or...? Huh. Maybe this is like one of those games, like a book, Goosebumps, but let's try it.
Ah, Lapino. Apparently,
what does the fox choose? Are you serious? What does the fox? That's what they named the trophy. The fox choose.
The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy.
What does the fox say?
If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
You should. That would have been funny if it was like what the fox said. Kind of. Maybe there's a trophy like that, or they couldn't do it. Copyright infringement.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
What? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna crap. What is this? Oh. It moves.
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
Wow, how far are you gonna move? I thought you were just taking me to one spot.
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Renardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. Renardo's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
I bet you this is something we'll need for the game to know about. Can I open it though? Look like this door is closed.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
What the? Right, oh. Can't dash, there's combo time, combat. Stats and stops and stops. Before I go down there, I'm gonna look over here.
This chest contained a Vorpal sword. I'm just kidding. Vorpal swords don't exist.
I'm not a rabbit. I'm a fox. Box. Yeah. Another trophy showing me your moves.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack.
Okay.
Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their
see this
prisoners.
little bird right
Even
here.
top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Wishing me. They go to the same places. I don't know why I get help when they don't need it. Let's see what's in it was in those barrels up here. Oh, I didn't even see that. Almost missed that chest. Good thing I went out for those barrels. The barrel rolls.
Who made all these ore chests anyway? You could have quite a business doing that.
Nothing.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he
Freeze
fought,
time?
the more he'd probably remember.
Right there.
Can't we just agree to disagree? said Renato. No?
I just realized I don't even think this really have a difficulty. Because I just hit new game and started. Lost some health for the first time of the game so far. I thought that was because I was not paying attention.
Renato felt a chill run down his back.
Yeah, about
Or possibly a flea.
oh. Boom, wall. I don't need that, cause can I go this way? I probably can't open this door, just wrong sword, I know, I was just checking. 100, oh. This again. That's how you do it. No, I'm looking for this thing.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer, and his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was. She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
If we go to a new location, we can come back to this location and open that other door, but a different sword. I guess we'll find out.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators.
Kitty.
Would he really
No, it should
turn her
be
over to them?
chapter 2 at the kitty.
This was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
No. Can I go back up, please? Should have looked around a little bit more. Who defeated all these ravens? No, too late. Oh, it was a war. Ravens and bunnies and ravens.
Hero war. Hero sword. wall. Ice.
What is that? I don't think what that is. Like, it's a certain ammo. Stealthy is the key. How far does this guy go? Almost got caught.
Anyone ever tell you have a lovely eye? No?
But they're not gonna notice that.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese,
That's bad, alright.
setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Reynardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Reynardo. Oh, this is gonna be fun, said Lupino, as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan. I need more materials, thought Reynardo.
I built that's the sword, the void blade. The hero sword, firestorm.
Boom!
Oh, it's not done fighting yet.
Reynardo felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step,
What?
he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Lupino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Reynardo jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. Reynardo, she said, are those new scars? They look good on you. You never returned my velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Ah, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Lapino. But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east, over the Nexus. She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye. Without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapino was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land at their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Lapino. You have to catch her.
Test 1, 2.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
Can I go back down, please? Why did I go down? Sleep. Let's see. There's that way, that way. Choices. I'm on.
God, I hope his mother wasn't watching.
Go this way.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Huh. So I can go over there.
Who needed bridges anyway?
Yeah, bridges are so overrated. For the Warlock Fire spell, if it will damage anyone and once it explodes. We're not faster than any Warlock. how it breaks and after I move away from it. That's that way. Ooh, what's that? Water essence. I like breaking the crystals. Don't tell nobody.
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way.
What have you done there?
Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
Sometimes.
A crafting bench. Renato wondered what he could make with it.
Excalibur. No. Switch swords. Is there a way to go over there? No. Well, probably, but no. Oh, I gotta hold it to use the special ability. That's not. I seen art too, so.
Renato reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him.
Taking care of
Soon
yourself.
after, Zenobia
Sweet.
lifted up the power.
First silver of the game.
When she realized he was already in front of her.
Maybe I'll get my
she
first
didn't
gold
even
of the
try to
game
run.
soon.
Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again.
Depends
He
if
said,
this game has gold.
I'm enjoying this
Some
too
games it
much.
might, some
He said,
games
shaking.
might not.
Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw
Ones that
spells.
have
She
all,
knows all his
a lot of
plans.
those.
All
those
the way
are
back
good
to the
games.
farms. Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would
She's
pry all the
weird.
intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do
Weird.
was take her to the rebel secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the
Let's
interrogators
see
would do.
what are my choices.
Couldn't he just talk to her?
See, this is too cruel. Skip the rebel base. See. Here. I'll do the bottom
As they
since
reached
I
the
did the
ruins,
top
Renato could
twice.
see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer or go on foot. What if we get separated? Asked Lapino. For once, thinking ahead. I'll show you a map to the base. Renato told Lapino. Renato, don't do this, said Zenobia. We were friends once. We... Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lapino. And then, a few moments later, they touched down. As Lupino pulled Zenobia off the Farfarer, Renato readied himself for the battle ahead. I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... It's stupid, but... It smelled like you. What? He said, confused. Then... Why didn't you ride? Why didn't you far speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lupino. So Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base.
Just looking for...
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
That's the time. Oh, probably not. Angry management. Talk.
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
This way. Nope. There it is. Oh, yep, good. I made the right choice going this way first.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Damn. I'm getting trophies in this game real fast. Not like I'm getting a lot. Maybe that means it's easy platinum. Oh, I don't know why I went to that. There's... Let's go. See what this workbench is. Upgrade.
His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
I don't know if it... Oh, sword at maximum level. Looks cool though. What about these gems? Still no gems.
Shall we dance? Called the lead raven.
So what's over here?
Renato wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles.
Oh, look like this. Hey, Dr. General, how you doing tonight? This is one of the free new PlayStation Plus games, Stories, The Path of Destination.
Do we have to talk politics? She asked. That's not how I want to.
So far, it's like,
said with an odd, wistful look at her face.
if you ever read a Goosebump story or one of those stories where you depict your
Peppino huffed.
how the story goes, this is kind of like that, cause they give me like couple choices how I want to do the game so far. The head meat's doing good in the Platinum Kingdom. All the head meats are welcome in the Platinum Kingdom. Yeah, like that. Because there was this first part where I could choose, I think, to go back in time and do something, and I chose to make new friends. And so far I've been getting a bunch of trophies on this already. And I wasn't even trying.
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to stare? Snapped Renato, a little smug.
What is it? Yeah, I do too. Yeah, if they're not like really good games I'm interested, I'll put them on backlog for a while. And like work on the games I really want to work on. Don't know, be caught. Oop, I was caught. Oh, let's see. I kind of started playing that other one, the what is it? The Invisible Ink. That's kind of like what's that game called? XCOM with the aliens, where you move, have a certain amount of moves. I think they said that was an easy plot, but
that was new. Most people
yeah, that's the game I was talking about. I was just doing a tutorial on it for now, just to see what it was about. Yeah. You're like a bank robber or something, I'm not sure. Because the tutorials, you were like stealing stuff from a vault or something. Or
So far, so good.
I only played it for like 15 minutes maybe.
He had some way to break the ice.
Because I kept messing up on certain stuff. Because I was going backwards when they told me to go forward. See, another trophy just popped up. The good, the bad, and the ugly probably. I only seen the good and the bad. Trying to see the last part, so I'm assuming it was ugly. Yeah, it does. I need health. You're like the first person that actually came in and talked. I had 2 other people in here, but they didn't really talk, so I didn't know who they were.
As they made their way to the secret rebel base, Renato felt strange. Zenobia was his prisoner, yet somehow she felt more like an old friend.
Oh, Dr. Jekyll, there's a link.
But suddenly,
Yeah,
the ruins lit up
that's
with
true.
thousands of fireworks.
Sometimes I use
With a
alert,
thunderous roar and dust
but I was
storms,
trying to figure out if I would be interested in watching them. Like nerdy, I lurked in nerdy
Renato
before,
said, and he stared at
because I
Zenobia.
was kind of like shy and stuff.
She said, and she seemed almost
But then I
embarrassed.
start
Then everything went
going to
dark.
other people's stream and talking, so I went back in nerdy stream and started talking to him, telling him I like some of his stuff.
Zenobia's sword was at his throat.
But as I was saying, there's like a link in the
The terrible thing is, he said,
probably under the video, but
I've missed you.
it's to the PlayStation profiles. It will show me on the
Would you consider
leaderboard.
becoming an advisor to the Emperor's daughter. I'm
You should look at that
served.
sometime if you want.
Everybody serves. Even if it's only destiny.
I had J
Choose their
Dub
own destinies.
to see if it works
The whole
for me.
point of a destiny.
He said it does,
is you
so I
can't
like that.
choose.
I was thanking him
Never mind, she said.
because I wanted to make sure I put it in there
I'll see you
correctly.
again. I'll have to kill you. He watched her ship soar away. He would see her again, he decided. Even if he had to fight his way across the entire fleet.
I think it's just like trophy hunting, like platinums, golds, silvers, and everything. Cause there's people I'm above that has more platinums than me,
Rebel remnants. For only a moment.
so I'm not sure how the trophy leaderboard works.
But heroes don't run, even when the world is against them. Even
Good.
when their cause is hopeless and their efforts futile.
I don't know if it's more
pointless
about
and
the
useless
trophies
and
having
death
more
painful and
or
guaranteed. He's
the
decided to stop
rareness.
thinking for a while.
It's not on this one, but it was should be on one of my old, not a long time ago, but like one of the recents. I think I was playing Modern Warfare or something. Trying to think about Art Bully. Yeah, I think Bully. One of the Bully recents. Can't go that way. And so far you can't jump in this game, so
He'd missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
I still want to play Spider-Man right now. Can't for that. It's over here.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. Really needed to construct additional pylons.
And so far this game I don't think really has a difficulty, because I just clicked new game and there was, I don't remember if I seen easy or not easy, hard, or because I think I hit new game and it just started the game. Oh, I was about to say, how am I supposed to go over there? I hope this thing didn't load it right away. Come on, more health, more health. You know what, Dr. Jekyll? Like, one time in the future, I want to try to get, like, you and a bunch of funny people in my party chat while I'm streaming one time. See how that goes. Probably be a bunch of laughs.
Inscription. Praised the sun.
Wait. Yeah. I hope they don't put me too far back. Yeah. That's why I was not, because you guys might like be busy and stuff. That's why I didn't make it official. Cause I used to have them join party chat if they wanted, like J-Dub and Heroes. Nerdy only joined once. Finny, S-Fox with the Ruby. When that was like, they couldn't really hear Nerdy and Finny, but that like stream dropped me so many views. Well, like video afterwards. I think that's probably my second highest. Nope, I got some. I think I already got a couple of videos that have hundreds already.
I should really look for another line.
I need more help.
he
I
thought.
can't find any.
And then he died.
Yeah. See, I just like want somebody to talk to, so I won't be like all quiet with nobody watching or not commenting. Because if nobody's commenting, it's gonna be like me just trying to do something. So I won't talking to myself crazy.
Renaro's arm was sore, his armor wet with raven blood. He was tired of death. But death was not yet tired of him. The rebels were losing. Badly. In some other universe, Renaro thought, he and Zenobia had left Sword Fu School together.
I kind of wish they would make a Doctor Who game on the PS4.
But not this Zenobia.
Because I think they had one on PS3. I'm gonna look it up later. Save it at a platinum.
Kill the Emperor and
Am I supposed to jump across on that? I think so. Yep. Come on, there has to be more help somewhere. This game this part reminds me of a different game. I don't want energy. I want help. What's Cyberpunk about? I heard of it. I was not sure what it was about. Well, actually, I'm kind of forgetting right now, because I think I seen what it was, and now my brain having a brain fart. Angelic Devil. I think you know who she is, right?
I should go, he thought.
It ran into the fireball. She was telling me about the game. I thought she said sleep. I was trying to say sleep, but she was talking about the snowboarding game. Well, like, oh, well, I didn't know at the time she was talking about the snowboarding game. Is it December 2017 yet? Really want Spider-Man.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because
No,
the Emperor
no,
feared
Shadow.
death.
Shadow.
Now it was coming for him.
No, not that I don't think of right
Lesson
now.
there, wasn't there?
Oh, I want to get that Resident Evil 7 game. I played the demo. I like this. Oh yeah, I forgot I told them. Wait, how do I throw? Oh, it's not. I don't know when it is coming out, but I keep seeing it on pre-order. I thought it was like supposed to be coming out, so. Kinda hate, I forgot how to grab. I thought it was like squares to attack. Wait a minute. Options. Brightness. Controls. Okay, how to grab. Oh, it's hold square, okay. Oh yeah. Well, at least that's not small, at least. Wait, see? Oh yeah, you just see that. It says attack is square. Oh. Oh, there it goes. I had to stand back to do it. Well, if I die, I know how to take the sword. Great, another guy with the shield. No, I just want his shield, not him. seriously, I need some. I don't want the guy, I just want his soul. Alright, see you later, Dr. Jekyll. Have a great night. Now I only have 2%. Oh.
At last, he reached the Emperor's ship. Zenobia was there.
See? No, come on,
Wanted to
let's
come
talk.
back.
Whoa,
She
another
said,
trophy.
"Guess I'm just serving my destiny." He shrugged. "You don't even know what that word means," she said. "Do you ever wonder if things have been different all the time?" she said, and drew her sword. In the end, Bernardo lay bleeding out on the deck. Zenobia sat by his side, upset. "What are you so upset about?" he asked. "You wouldn't understand. Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave school? I was afraid you'd convince me not to." "I guess I'll have to buy you a drink in the halls of the Valiant then," he told her. And then he was gone.
Wait, how the
Okay,
story ends?
That was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? There. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true.
Please don't
He'd
tell me that
learned
was the end
something.
of the game.
Zenobia still had feelings for him. He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Reynardo. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens? The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Reynardo went ostrich hunting. Ostrich.
Oh, yeah.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
Were all these things the Iblis
Is there anything
stone?
back here?
Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now?
Searcher.
Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
Hopefully they'll hang forward.
And this is why heroes are called dashing, Renato thought. See? Dashing? Get it?
Don't know what to do.
You couldn't find high-quality ore like this just anywhere. Just anywhere with chests.
So I probably came from that way. Let's see. When can I use a gem? Fly like an eagle. That guy fell off. I don't want to live no more. This guy's too strong.
Come over here. Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late. Smashing things was fun.
One truth revealed, two truths revealed.
Everybody who wants to die, raise your weapon. All right.
I like how the characters get copied for me.
Truth was, Renato really liked the sound his sword made in the air.
But don't hurt me.
crushed. Oh.
Oh, that's nice. Help, I need help. I don't need energy, I need help. Thank you for that help. I say thank you for that energy. I'm not service. Thank you for the help. Can I open this door? Round soul, round soul.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check.
Check.
What else do you need in a sword?
Ice. Let's see what's over here before I go that way. Well, I don't think to go that way. What's that? Oh, fireballs.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Tell me away of me or over there. Guys. Nah, I'm not already over. Has to be.
As for the gate, well, you could take her or leave her. Sorry. Best I could do.
Wow, that was so lame.
Trust the Raven further than you can throw her. Vertical drop count. There you go. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. The Ravens, at least, could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with Tomb Raiders.
Tomb Raider. Great game, Tomb Raider. Just need 360 more points and I do.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
more guys like that. No, I need help.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous,
He
picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "It's the core," said the stone anxiously.
Let's be the bad guy.
Was he listening to a talking rock? Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old toad had sought for himself. To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
Crowley, chop, chop, chop.
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Reynardo had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods before the Transcendent Emperor? Was it the future?
No, come on, you're trying to do me full hell?
It whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls. Its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
Like this is the way to go, so let's see what's back here real fast.
Well, no sense collecting more materials. It was time to make something pointy.
Well, let's make something pointy then. Come on, break it. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Hoped his hook didn't break. Up. The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Reynardo. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him.
This sword from the frigid north was really useful for making popsicles and birdicles.
Just one more sword. Not need them all. Before I doing that, so when I do that, if I go down, I'll be able to go back to it. So let's switch to the fires. Open this and see what's on the other side.
Ooh, what's there?
Explorer. Oh, don't hit me. Owie. I mean, that man give me a owie. Family jewels.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
Damn right they should. Can I open this gate? I want. There look like there might be something out there. Nope. Ooh, gems. Oh, true. First gem. Want something for this side? What? Only one place it all needs.
Zenobia was leading the Imperial Ravens here. She loved to be in the vanguard, where the danger was, where she needed her wits. Renato pitied whoever she was fighting, especially if it was him.
What was that? Where was this?
His sword food teacher used to say power gems were cheating. Stupid fart.
What the fuck?
Zenobia was waiting for Renato. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender?
She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone.
And I've missed you too, love.
He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word. Hey! Hey, your
There.
workbench! He could try out his new bling.
Increases in this building. Just name one more and I know 3. There's green, red, purple. Well, pinkish. This is purple. Orange, blue.
Renato knew the raw power he had gained could be molded
Let's see,
into
what do
greatness.
I want to do? I'll make that show. And I'll start making these.
I pick you!
Come on. How do I get this? That's one way.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way. Kill her, whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Well, let's keep going with the bad guy.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Renato felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance, exulted the Iblis stone. Tasty.
Tasty.
He felt a bit bad about killing her. He was pretty sure she still loved him. But needs must when the devil drives. Renato returns to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done. The Nexus was beautiful. He'd never realized how beautiful. Everything glowed. The wind was so sweet. The sun so soft. The stones so warm. The black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke, under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there. This is quite the view, he thought.
Any better dead, Renato thought.
Up ahead was Lapino. What was he doing here? Bernardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me! Why would I kill you? Asked Bernardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... no, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep? I suppose you wanted, Renato said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it. He'd go to the outpost, use their far speaker, tell the Emperor what he'd done, and then he'd go to the secret rebel base, let them know he was ready to lead them to
Kill
victory.
my best friend. Cold blood.
More fire? Yes, please.
Oh, that looks sweet. I don't like that. I like that spell. Can't wait to see what that. This looks so great. What is that?
Renato rampaged to the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging. At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Far Speaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence.
Huh.
The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Yes. A applauded the Iblistone. Tremendous. Then the Emperor would have to answer his Far Speaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lupino. The Rebel Council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed the Far Speaker Toad. Why? Well, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base.
Hello.
The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Renato thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am. You are the best warrior ever, whispered the Iblistone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Renato? There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
Birthday.
Zenobia, Hypatia, the kid's mother. Renato had never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always figured himself for the barmaid type. But then, he'd never figured the library of Ubar would have comic books, or that Hypatia would know anything about them. He missed her. Nice. That could be useful.
Yeah, will be useful. Oh, seriously.
He thought about Hypatia. Oh, she'd been an amazing rabbit. She could talk to him about comics, and talk to her son about history and battles, and talk to scholars about the ancient tomes hidden deep in the vaults of the Library of Ubar. Oh, Renato really missed her.
Just one. Yeah.
Didn't I just kill your brother?
Renato was so happy. The stone was the best friend he'd ever had. Really?
Oh, these.
Who would bury such a treasure in the desert? Soon, he'd go rally the rebellion and usher a new age for the islands of Erda. Smelt burnt fur. His. What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Oops. I make up my mind. For decisions.
Urged the stone. Let it make you Emperor. Come to think of it, Renato thought as he put down another raven, why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. I'm not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods in the start of time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great emperor. Right, Stone? And I felt surprisingly unwounded.
Okay, I'm back. Yes. No, I don't want to keep breathing.
Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway. Can I borrow that? These things really slice like ham.
Close your eye. No, I came from that way.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
I'm sorry. Is that your shield?
That must be the way to go.
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak. The rock felt hot in his hand. He could feel its secret power.
Hello, Huey. Call me now.
Renato
Feel free
strode
reading.
into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Had he mentioned the emperor thing? He meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon,
Hi, Gamer
no one to
Frogs.
cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor, that is. Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place.
I don't know if you played this game yet, Gamer Frogs, but it's a game where you
and enslave the toads
choose
too. All the
your
animals would
destinations.
worship him as a god, for he had once been a god. They would
like
willingly give him
a
their
book where
blood
you
and
choose how the story goes.
and the world would change, would become familiar again.
I can't open that. Kill the empire. So
Renato had heard stories of a dungeon where chests were filled with potions and weapons. Fairy tales.
I must have been this story.
I hear the dead, silent type. No skateboarding, the sign said.
Excuse me.
Where did that go to? It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable. Rather well, actually. Renato was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed this petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun. He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. What was his name again? Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
How many trophies there and then the MRE. Maybe 10 or more.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor!
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded, stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze, black and pitiless as the sun, passed through the void into the land. And so time ended. Renato stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learn another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it. But that meant there must be a destiny where he survived and won, right? Otherwise, what was the point? And with that, the book's pages fluttered back once more to the beginning, and the clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens? Lapino. Apparently, had sold a Pegasus that he
Thank
didn't
you
exactly
for watching
own.
this video. Don't
Lapino always
click
wiggled out
like,
of trouble given time.
subscribe.
But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that
So,
Lapino was a
good
rebel
night.
spy. If the
Sleep
fleet
tight.
reached him first,
Dream about
they'd
those
string him up for
platinums.
that. Never mind the winged horse.
Or dream about getting your next platinum. So long for now. This was the Platinum Kingdom. Bye bye. After I finish doing this.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge.